And we are about to flux Brother Steven here. Brother Steven, get your phone so you can play moderator. We had a lot of stalkers in the last one.
Weird stalkers.
Weird.
Well, really
stalkers.
only one.
He was
just had
one.
100 accounts.
Yeah. Super lame.
Super lame.
How do ya? Tell us you're an incel without telling us you're an incel. That's the kind of vibe he was giving.
It was really bad.
So we're laying out the straps for Brother Steven here.
Oh, we go. Okay.
Wait, that's too many. I need a big long one. These ones can be for me.
So yeah, I think we can flux as long
Is that
as we
bed
want.
on?
Huh?
Is that bed on?
Yeah, or no.
Can you turn that one on?
So I meant to ask, are you able to like flux the back? Like, are
We
you
do flux the
kinda
back every time.
Okay.
Yeah, we go all the way around the core.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we bet from like pretty much the bra to like the belt line.
Well, this is good because I've got.
Hi,
like,
one friend. I hope you're one that we like. Name yourself. We're about to flux Brother Steven. Brother Steven, say hi to our one friend.
Hey, YouTubes.
Hi, YouTubers. Here, go sit over there and talk to them while I get my straps.
Yo, happy birthday. Okay, so I'm Steve. Timeless Flows is my channel. It's a yo-yo. You're gonna see a lot of that.
Go sit on your bed.
Oh, sit on my bed.
Sit on your bed.
Okay. Oh.
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
That's your moderation phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna have to strip.
No. That's okay.
Okay, that's easy. Easy enough.
Okay. I need to plug this in somewhere else. Can you unplug that? Okay. And of course my phone is gonna die.
No.
Okay. So we're also recording this from there because I'm gonna edit this later, so you could pretty much see the edited version. So you're the lucky people that get to see the setup behind the scenes of this, a professional setup here. Like, look how professional that is. Duct tape.
Behind the scenes, flux my friends.
And I will attest, like, I've been in this game for a long time, probably more than 20 years. I've been doing this longer than I've been yo-yoing. And
Really?
Yeah. And you wouldn't believe some of the stuff videographers do behind the scenes. Like, their setups have seen so many rank-a-dank things that just like.
Oh my gosh, I love. There's a couple
like
people that I love where it's like
just stuff like this.
they do it in like one shot, like how they move, like under here, and the
Yeah.
whole thing is in one shot.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them that I watch. I think I bought a
Yeah, I love videography so much. There's you could see I'm a wizard with duct tape. Look at that. Uh-oh. We had a little mishap with this table, and I'm afraid that it's...
Dude, the dock weighs more than you.
Yeah, I know, but...
Okay. Quit lollygagging, Brother Steven.
Okay. Let's see, what are they saying? Can't scotch tape the
Oh,
camera.
wizard with the duct
on the
tape.
blind. Scotch tape the camera? Oh yeah, no, it's that's where it is. That's where it's going. We're gonna get better.
Who's the message held? Is that same? Is it automatically blocking that dude's IP address? I hope so.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Yeah.
That's my brother.
All right. So.
All right, hop up.
All
Let's
right.
do this. We're ready to get fluxed. I'm about to duct tape him to the table, guys. I'm just kidding.
Put him on this one because this is a very bad angle. Oops.
Here, move it in. But here, you hurry up and lay down. Lay down. I can't flux you like that. You gotta take your shirt off.
Okay.
We don't want everybody to think it's OnlyFans. Hello, Brian from Tampa. I used to live in Tampa.
Okay. Yeah, this will work. Let me get.
I believe in UFOs. Hi. We're about to flux with friends. Impromptu episode 10. And actually, episode 11 is going to be Thursday morning. Do I know that metal tastes like metal? I do.
Yeah, metal tastes bad.
Thank you, Javier.
Okay.
Hi, Anika. I hope I said... Anielka? I hope I said that right. Wednesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday, I think. Oh, in Florida? Nice. You drink oil? What kind of oil? Hi, Jade. Actually, the machine that we were just using in the live we were just on is called the Jade machine. I love it. I actually teach classes on it. It's amazing. So we're from Carmel, Indiana. This braid stopped braiding and started just curling. Braid that back. Interesting. You can't see California without Marlon Brando eyes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Is it another...
There we go.
It's another spammy person. Hi, McKenna. Hi, Chloe. Cuss word. I just said cuss word. Yes. All right, here, lift up your shirt up.
Okay, hold on.
Brother Steven's procrastinating getting electrocuted.
No, I forgot to turn on the camera.
Do not grieve, for the joy of your Lord is your strength. Yes. Jesus loves me. Jesus loves you too, Cassie. Yeah. Shirt's coming up to show you. Oh, I just hit myself on the mouth. Jesus loves you. I'm bleeding a little bit. Oh. I get too excited sometimes. Aries vibes, guys. Hi, Cassandra. Hello, Steven. All right, you ready to mod?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2025. I'm pretty sure they have a cure for that. I am not a doctor. I'm an esthetician. If you're sick, go to a doctor. We don't do that. A shadow. Reflex from Ohio. Where in Ohio? Where's a tarot card? I might as well pull a tarot card because Steven's taking his sweet ass time trying to procrastinate getting electrocuted. So hold on. I think I have some tarot cards.
Okay.
Hi, Lexi Pill.
All right. Yo.
Here, you can.
Sorry. Did I?
Where's that?
You going for a ride? Hold on. As we get this situated. Because some of y'all are crazy up in here.
Okay. Who wants a tarot reading? Hello from Guyana. We're in Ohio. Okay, we're going to do a tarot card reading. Thank you. I am very handsome. Are you talking about Brother Steven? Hello from Texas. He's about to get flux. We're about to electrocute some fat off of him. Oops. All right, this is for the collective reading. Knight of Swords. You know what that one means? That means there are spies in the chat. Spies in the chat. Cards don't lie. Well, we already knew that. Deepika Lila? That's a pretty name. I don't think I'm saying the first part right. Deepika? I know Lila's pretty. Thank you, beautiful friends. I know, I got them from my mom. I just hit myself in the face with a cannabis vape, though. I was trying to show you my Jesus shirt. Woo! You know what it says? More spies in the chat, but we already knew that, so.
Those cards don't matter. We could discard those.
No, we like these. They all came out. We've got Ace of Swords. That means the truth will set you free.
The letter T looks like a sword. Because.
And then this means we're going on a journey together. We are. We're going on a flux journey. I wish I could say it right. Number 7. This means we're winning. We're on the winning team. And then Page of Swords. More spies in the chat. Nice. Rosa Fernandez. What a pretty name. Thank you. I think I got this on Temu. Or Shein. I'm pretty sure it's the same company, right? Okay, guys. Now we gotta be for real. Gotta do my job. Put this over here for a second. Oh no. There's never enough cords or duct tape. All right, friends, so we are here. We're about to do another flux red body sculpting with Brother Steven here. It is his 3rd session. All right. So we're strapping him in. Now we have to double strap him here because I'm about to hook up my stomach over here after he's fluxing. Lift up. So this is like a workout time machine. It's called Flux Red Body Sculpting. I created this program, this body sculpting program. Should we just do like one of your arms?
Anything
Don't
extra,
get stuck in the washing
machine. Go on my back because I want to see how this would. So
it's all, we always do the back. So when we do the core, we go all the way around. So it's literally from like underneath the bra strap to literally the belt line. So we don't use this machine near the heart because the heart's a muscle. We want it to do its own thing. Lift up. All right. Now, hopefully these stay because when I'm going to be over there, like I'm not going to be able to like help him if anything falls out. So.
In the past, I've just like took him out.
Took him out?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we're done with you now.
Well, one started burning.
It's fine.
One started burning, and I was like, oh crap! Like, tried putting it back, but it just burnt more.
Yeah. So the thing is with these, like, everybody starts off lopsided anyway. So often what we have to do when people come in is address symmetry. And that's one thing that we help our clients with is bring about more symmetry.
Symmetry is important. I have scoliosis.
No, it's supposed to be very tight because what's going to happen is he's going to lose inches, but the straps will stay the same size. That's why we had to double wrap it. So then they'll get loose and then that's how they slide out. Because, yeah, you do lose inches with this immediately, unlike a lot of other body sculpting equipment. But we don't play that around here. What? Brother Steven, you have to be the translator. I can't see. What? I want to laugh too.
Just.
I hope they sent you a cash out for that.
Just unfortunate placement.
Brother Steven's actually a marsupial. He keeps his child in his belly button.
That's right.
Oh, did you unplug this?
Did I? Oh, I flipped the switch.
Oh, okay.
I
I got it.
Cool. Okay.
We're just used to having technical difficulties on the live, so.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Brother Chris.
Brother Chris, welcome. Welcome to the chat.
His brother Chris.
Did Brother Chris grow up Mormon too?
I don't know. Why do they have people? Why do people say it's pre-filmed?
It's just that same guy with a bunch of accounts.
Oh, well. You are hidden, good sir. George Pickens.
Because he's got a tiny penis.
We
call it dicklet energy.
I'm being electrocuted.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. It's pretty strong when it first comes on. So the reason I'm fluxing,
is to get snatched.
well, I mean that's one benefit, but the reason I'm doing it is because I have a lot of I have muscular imbalances, and research has shown that fluxing actually increases muscle function by up to 20%.
That reaction time, so quick, so quick.
Yeah. So this, in addition to, this doesn't replace lifting weights. It kind of just works together.
It works in a different way.
It works. Yeah, it works together
It's
with
not. They do totally different
so,
things. But I do love to lift weights before.
Yeah.
So if you do cardio before or after, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But when it comes to seeing best results, if you lift first and then come flux, you're gonna see better results than if you flux and then lift, because then you've already brought a lot of blood flow to the area that we're gonna work on. This is especially important when we're building the booty. Anything else where we're slimming doesn't matter so much. Or for guys, arms, calves. I do have a lot of people who are trying to build arms and calves, especially during
Oh, I feel you on the Southern baptism, Chris. That's
Brother Chris.
Southern Baptist. Yeah, I had some neighbors that were Baptists, and my dad being Mormon just had
Did they get
to,
along?
like. No, they didn't. They like theologically they're so different.
It's
but
fake to the death.
my dad did grow up Baptist. Like when he was 19, he was accepted into the cult of Mormonism, but but he continued to act and like perceive the world. He proceeded to act and perceive the world as a Southern Baptist, not a Mormon. But he really liked like Masonic rituals and Freemasonry. So that's
he liked having his own planet.
Yeah, he loved having his own planet.
wives.
Well, he still thinks that he's going to have his own planet, and so that's been really hard to navigate because there's so much demonization that comes from somebody that thinks that they're saving your soul and that they are absolutely righteous 100%. Because I remember one time he said, "I have got everything figured out." I was like, "Oh yeah." That's the ego talking there. But yeah, over the years, just like if you question anything,
You're the devil.
Yeah, well, you're
Give him an exorcism.
You go to outer darkness.
Outer darkness. That's what I call people when I like block them from my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're on you're on probation,
That's a perfect use.
right?
That's the perfect use.
You're on probation first, and then, I might leave Then you can talk to me if you make an appointment and pay for my time first.
Can you put that further down, or
No.
is that no?
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
And then the last stage is outer darkness. That means you're blocked from everything. You can't make an appointment.
I am Mormon. My only downfall is that I vaporize crack cocaine. Other than that, I'm pretty good.
What about coffee? Ask him if he drinks coffee.
But I bet you don't drink coffee, do you?
There's nothing in there's nothing in the word of wisdom that says anything about crack. Just coffee.
Yeah. So.
Or does there? I
No.
don't know. You're the one who went through the whole.
Well, it does mention state of mind.
But does it say crack specifically?
No, because
as long as you're not drinking coffee, it's fine.
Coffee's allowed now? No way.
No, it's not. No, they just
no, it's
not.
way.
They just lectured my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And we're making her feel like she worshipped Satan because she had tea in the house.
Yeah.
And Jenny's husband too. He kept hiding her tea.
No, it's not. It's not torture. I mean, it's intense in a way that a workout is intense, but it's not as intense as a really viscous workout or really.
It's just nonstop.
Yeah,
it starts to feel like a massage, though. I feel like it feels more like a massage.
Well, toward the end it does, but at first I would say it's I don't know, but you do get used to it. After about 10 minutes, but
yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah, those first 10 minutes are. Favorite bands? I really, since I was probably 18, I really liked Coheed and Cambria, just because of the story. I really got into the story, the comics, the Armory Wars, and so there's this whole thing. I mean, it's kind of like Rush 2049, or Rush. I think it was 2049.
I don't like Rush.
But yeah, I know. I don't either.
I like their
But they're
music,
the example because they're
I don't like their screaming
most people
the whole
know
time.
them. Yeah, but most people Rush 2049 was a concept album, and so Coheed and Cambria took
was
that.
Was the guy just screaming the whole time again, like regular Rush?
No. They it's kind of an homage to
I wish they would
the old
take
hair
the
bands from the 80s.
Rush,
yeah,
and then put it with an actual talented vocalist.
Yeah,
screaming is not singing.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean it's an incredible band. Actually, Claudio Sanchez has been inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame now, so he's it's pretty cool.
He from Rush?
No, he's from Coheed and Cambria. He wrote the story, so he's he plays guitar and sings. He's got a phenomenal voice.
So fun.
We're fluxing. All right, now. Oh, favorite song? Probably Willing Well, 1 through 4. All 4 of them. Especially the final cut. The whole album, Good Apollo and Burning Star 4, that's their third album. Because they started with the second, which is Second Stage Turbine Blades, and then they went to Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3, and then Good Apollo and Burning Star 4. All those are legendary albums for sure.
All right, you guys ready? We're gonna turn them up, guys.
No.
Let me back it up a little bit. Let me know when they can see you.
Toby Mac, the country singer.
Who's that? Is it country?
My favorite singer has got to be Jamie Cullum. Jamie Cullum is this kid from Essex, England, and he took crooning to another level. So he's kind of like the that's
told you we were going to
Yeah,
electrocute him.
That's intense.
You have more muscle than last time. You're not even 50% up. Don't be a
No,
baby.
that's rough. Oh, that's hard. Can we adjust that? That burns.
How about there?
Yeah.
This is just the sides. Brother Steven's being sensitive today.
I'm not being sensitive.
He's sensitive. So what happens is the more you do this, this is going to make you stronger. And then the more muscle that you have, the more it's going to react. So if we have some people who, like sometimes they've been in bed rest for a while, you know, maybe they broke their foot, whatever happens.
This one's kind of, does it need more,
Just turn the middle down.
Lube.
Lotion.
Lotion, there you
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Well, I'm going to get used to it here in the middle. Yeah, I know. Well, I am kind of being sensitive because it was
a full moon yesterday.
It was up pretty high. It's kind of a little bit.
I'm not turning. Everybody thinks this is just turning the time up. Everybody's like, no, don't turn it up more. I'm literally not. Okay.
It's a little bit more intense than last time, but I can handle it. It's just like, imagine all of your muscles like contracting at the same time in your whole gut. Like it's, yeah.
Look at him go. Woo,
Yay.
buddy. There's an alien in his belly. Okay, here, you can talk to them here now while I hook myself up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm fine now. It's just, when you first turn on the machine, sometimes it's up a little high. I think that's just what it was. But you've done it all the way up, haven't you?
All the time.
That's
You've
crazy.
done it all the way up.
No, I haven't.
Every
That
time
was
you've
that
done it
had
all
to
the
have
way
been all the way up earlier.
But you've done it all the way up every time, but the more muscle you have, the more it's going to react. So when I have like my professional athletes, my lifters, they can only go up 50% intensity because intensity is reacting with your own muscle mass. So it'll start to get when you know that like.
So I'm actually hurting more than you.
Huh?
I'm kidding.
I'm just used to it. I haven't been sensitive in a while, but.
Is your phone number where we can set up an appointment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just go to ellabardo.com and then click on the book now button. And that is the fastest way to do it. And this is Flux Red Body Sculpting. And right now for your first session...
Oh, I didn't know Toby Mac was Christian.
Your first session, if you've never done the Flux before, you get a 30-minute session. You will see instant results for only $99 when you book online at ellabardo.com. And that will apply automatically at checkout. It's normally $299 a session, so it's a crazy great deal right now.
Toss another shrimp on the Barbie. I was born and raised here in Indiana, in Indianapolis.
Indiana.
Good old Indiana, Southport.
Southside.
I remember how nerdy that was, even back when we were kids.
What, nerdy?
Yeah, when people go West Side, we always made fun.
Yeah.
We're like East Side, South Side.
Southside's ghetto, though.
South Side, is it?
I'm from there. I can say it's ghetto.
Is it?
I never did more drugs in my life than at Southport High School, and I lived in Miami twice.
That's true. Yeah.
Like it's ghetto.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Stupid
Stupid Indiana. Why is Indiana so stupid as opposed to other stupid states? I mean, we're right next to Illinois. You know, you got Chicago. That's a pretty stupid.
Chicago ruins the whole state of Illinois.
It does.
I think most of the people in Illinois are pretty cool, and then there's Chicago. I want to see some like you know, they need to get that freaking mayor out of there. There's a couple times I've been seeing like on YouTube where
yes, this machine cured me of my homosexuality. You got me, Bob. Dang, how did you know?
We don't put that on the menu, but
can't argue with the results.
right, exactly. Yep, now he's got a kid.
Exactly.
He was gay before that. Did you ever go on a mission?
No, I didn't want to. I was way too awake by that time. I was like, this is not like I'm not gonna sacrifice. So okay, essentially a mission is about like in Mormonism you have to do this thing called tithing. You have to give 10% of your income. Well, a mission is giving 10% of your life because when you're under 20, 2 years is 10% of your life.
Absolutely.
So
is that what they teach the boys? Like that's what?
no, I just figured that
Figure that-
out.
yeah.
Yeah, just like hey, that's
And girls have to wait till they're 21 because if you haven't got your MRS,
yeah, you're too busy
21,
making babies when
you're a freaking loser, and God does not love you anymore.
What number do we call? It's the main one on the website. Just go to elbardo.com.
Yeah, and then click the book now button. You want to book online. So all of our booking is online. What'd you do? I've already booked up.
I'm sorry, but it
Put it back in the hole.
no, I can't. It really there's a spot here that it's literally like
Okay, well don't touch that. If you touch it with your arm, it's gonna bite you.
okay. Where is it?
It's right there.
Is it gonna touch my arm?
Maybe.
Oh.
Just don't touch the end.
Okay.
I mean, it could be funny.
No, I'm good.
But I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe that's why it was biting and slipping out.
Yeah, I'm in a gang. It's called the over 40 white dudes. Ella ELLABARDO.com.
.com. Just like it sounds, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. She's getting fluxed up. She's
Hi, you can see it. I'm doing my tummy. My cooler. And the top of my butt. So we're almost done.
boy. We're gonna
We're gonna be
flux
looking
our
good.
butts.
Flux our butts. The butts that flux are the best looking butts. 1,000%.
No, actually, me and Ella are the same age.
I'm not 40.
Hmm?
I'm
No, he
not-
said he thought you were 23.
Oh, I love you. Whoever you are, we're best friends now.
Bob.
Bob, we're besties. I am gonna be 38 in March. But I actually do look younger now than when I was 23 by like a lot.
I can attest to that. Yeah, you do.
23-year-old me could
Yeah, you
look
really
like
came into your.
38-year-old me's mom.
Yeah.
I gotta do a video about that. I'm sad that TikTok's going away.
Are you naked? No. I am not naked.
Did we get that? What am I missing? I'm missing one. Oh, here it is. Wait, there? And there. Okay.
No, neither of us went to the motherland. Or
Where?
did you ever go to Salt Lake City?
No. I've been to Nauvoo though multiple times.
Yeah,
That's the
I went
real
to
motherland.
Yeah, that's the real motherland. Yeah, because my mom is half Native American, so like the Navajo, like Navajo was the place to be.
Nauvoo. Nauvoo was cool. I actually went to the opening of that temple before it opened.
Oh yeah.
Which was really pretty because it was like
Is that the trip we all went on?
Maybe was it to Nauvoo?
Yeah, I think we all
And it was like the beginning of
huge church van. We had 2 church vans.
Really? I don't remember. We did so many
Yeah.
church van things.
Yeah, like Jacob Hart and Wesley.
I know
Ingram
his
and
name, but I don't remember his face. I remember Wesley.
The Harts, Wesley Ingram. Yeah. And I thought, in reflecting on that, I thought it was so weird that like 2 Mormons living right next door to each other.
Who?
It was crazy. My dad and Bill Ingram. Like
They live next to each other?
Well, We did, but
That
there
whole
was
neighborhood that I
there was a
lived in was
crazy
all
neighbor in
Mormons.
between us with a bomb in his front yard. Hilarious.
A bomb?
Yeah, literally a dead bomb, and he built flowers around it and stuff.
How do
and
you know
like
it's dead?
he's drink oil. What kind of treatment are you doing?
We are doing flux red body sculpting. I'm turning myself up now. No! We need a selfie stick. I think I have one. I gotta find it. Ooh. Let's see, how much energy do I have? We got 19%, guys. 19%. We're gonna hang out with you for 19% of an iPhone.
Okay.
You took an eighth of shrooms once in Nauvoo? That's dope.
That is dope.
That would be so
That
fun.
would be amazing.
Actually, I used to eat mushrooms at church all the time when I was trying to get kicked out.
Yeah.
They still didn't kick me out because they wanted my womb. But after I turned 30, they're like, she's useless now.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. I just did this yesterday, so I'm going to be so sore tomorrow. Oh.
So, do we... I think we have time. I don't know how much time I have left, but
I've got 19%.
we can get into a little bit of the...
I want to hear about, because, okay, so I didn't go to, oh, that is a cute angle. I didn't even notice that the last couple times.
Yeah.
I would have looked up there. I want to hear about, so they had this church school that we had to go to in the morning called seminary. And I quit. I did like the Old Testament, New Testament, and the Book of Mormon. And like halfway through the Book of Mormon, that's when I was like, nah, this does not make any sense. I'm not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
So then the last year you said was Doctrine and Covenant and Pearl of Great Price.
Mm-hmm.
That is where it gets weird.
It is, yeah.
So this is Flux Red Body Sculpting. Ooh. So I'm toning muscle. I'm tightening skin. Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. I just did it yesterday, so it's super strong today. I'm going to lose inches right away. I'm going to tighten my skin. It does definitely help if you are sore. Sometimes people can be sore, but not sore like from working out. Like this actually helps. Like if I do a crazy strong leg day and then you flux right afterwards, it helps to detox from the lactic acid, which is what causes pain after working out. So as long as you're drinking plenty of water, you're getting electrolytes, then it shouldn't be sore. Yeah, so this is not in replace of diet and exercise. This does different things. So diet and exercise do not work for getting rid of cellulite, getting rid of scar tissue, or getting rid of, hold on a second, or tightening skin. There's no diet in the world or exercise. I know you guys always like to tell me, diet and exercise. But baby, no, that's not going to tighten skin. Go look it up. Go ask ChatGTP. It's not going to help with cellulite. And a lot of times when you're over 30, your body doesn't process toxins as fast. So this is something that you would do to recover faster so that you could get to working out sooner. So totally different things. Yes, this is for professional use only. This is not something you can buy for your house. We're actually in my spa in the Flux with Friends room. Say hi. We're fluxing in the same room. We have a whole series of Flux with Friends. This is episode 10, unofficially. So impromptu Flux with Friends. And we have number 11, lucky number 11, on Thursday morning. And we're going to be talking about natural GLP-1 activators. Oh, goodness. Look at it go. Oh, my gosh. I can't think. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. This is a good one. It's real good when you do it 2 days in a row. This is a great angle. Okay, I'm going to let you talk to Steven for a minute. Wait. Man, it's getting me good. Oh, it's gotten that side real good. Oh, my goodness. I was like, why is it stronger today? And it's way stronger on the right side.
What is the name of the treatment?
This is Flux Red Body Sculpting. So we're going to be losing inches instantly.
Surprisingly, no. It doesn't make you fart. It's just the external muscles.
Look at my belly button talking to you. Hello, guys. Nice to see you. Smile. Okay, I'll let you talk to Steven for a minute while I get settled.
Okay. So, because in the spirit of Flux with Friends, I'm going to get into kind of what I was going to talk about with you.
Okay.
About, like...
Tell us about Chapter 4 of Seminary.
Chapter 4.
Did you say something about the Book of Abraham or something weird?
Yeah, so...
All of that. The Pearl of Great Price, Doctrine of Covenants. Wasn't there another one?
Word of Wisdom.
That's, yeah.
So, essentially what happened was there was a guy that was selling these mummies. There was an Egyptian display in a museum in England, and he came to America to sell off these things from the exhibit. And Joseph Smith, at the time, nobody, just one or two people in the world at the time spoke or could read Egyptian. So nobody at that time really understood what these artifacts were. But Joseph Smith convinced this entire town that these were the lost writings of Abraham, which was... eventually became, Word of Wisdom and Book of Mormon, and so, well, the Book of Mormon is something else, but essentially what that was an article of death. Like, it was a funeral document, essentially. And it was only, and if you actually look at the papers, you can see them online. For each individual word, he came up with like paragraphs of meaning, and it just...
Did he stick his head in a hat?
Well, that's the Urim and Thummim, and that has to do with how he translated the Book of Mormon, and that's an even funnier story.
That's when I quit. They were talking about...
Yeah. So,
but do you think that's why I love magic crystal rocks to this day? Do you think that's where it started?
Could be. Yeah.
I don't care. I still love crystals.
Yeah. So, you should doubt your doubts, and I have, and I'll get to that. So the he eventually convinced all these people that this was the Book of Abraham, and later on they said, it was lost in the Chicago fire. No, it wasn't. We know that it's complete, and Egyptologists today looked at it and they said, yeah, no, that's not what it said at all. And this idea came out that, this is Reformed Egyptian. That's actually the name that he gave the language. This is not Egyptian. This is Reformed Egyptian. So...
What does that even mean?
No, I wouldn't say that I'm atheist. What I can say is I don't know. I don't think there really is a way to know, because there's no way to physically interact with God. But there are ways to perceive God, and I'll talk about that. And even the word God, I don't like to use.
I talk to God all the time.
Yeah, I don't. The reason I don't is because when I say the word God, that conjures an image in other people's heads about what I'm talking about. And so they bring their presuppositions and things into the into the conversation. And so kind of when I had left the church, I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth for religion at the time.
Me too.
And I went to college and I studied mechanical engineering at Purdue. And I eventually graduated with organizational leadership, which is an offshoot of that. It's kind of like in the manager's office, which is how I like to glorify it, but it ultimately means nothing like any other degree. But that kind of really introduced me to high-level physics and other things that allowed me to kind of study the world with a scientific model. And so I developed my own, for lack of a better term, my own epistemology. I wouldn't say that it's my own. I'm sure other people have, wow, somebody's being really inappropriate.
Lock them on there. Can you see them?
Yeah.
How do you block?
Hide user on this channel.
Forever? Will it block them forever?
Yeah, you have to click on their name though. So, I forget.
It's probably our stalker from earlier.
Probably.
Get a life. I also carry a weapon all the time, and I'm a black belt. Pew pew, motherfucker.
Yeah,
pew
no,
pew.
I'm not kicking this person out. Yes, yeah, I am fat. I'm 40 years old.
We're getting unfat.
We're getting unfat. Like,
so we're
so what's your point?
I'm getting more
starched. Okay, so let me get back. What I was talking about was I developed my own epistemology. And are you familiar with the term?
Go
epistemology? It's essentially like how you discover truth. What is your rationale for what is true? How do you discover truth? And so you get into the different epistemologies, like the theories of truth. And one thing that I kind of have, the tried and true epistemology, is Occam's razor, which is the simplest solution tends to be the right one. And that's, there's no blanket statement for everything. That's not intelligent. But that's a guiding beacon, as well as scientific inquiry, wisdom of the ancients, and that's important, and I'll talk about that later, and direct personal experience. So triangulating these three things, I can find things that are true. And then then you have to kind of define what truth is, and then that's where you get into like the different theories of truth. And so you have like semantic theory of truth and pragmatic theory of truth. But the most important are the pragmatic, coherence, and correspondence theory. And so all three of them are kind of like, you can say, their own epistemology, their own way at looking at something, at finding the truth. Mm-hmm. And so the correspondential theory is kind of like, you believe in objective reality. You believe so your discovery of truth has to match with how the world is, right? And so you use things like physics and science, and you it's a materialist point of view, but it's useful. So the other theory of truth is the coherence model, and that's where your truth has to concur. It has to cohere with other bodies of knowledge. So peers, like, what have other people that research this topic concluded? And if your conclusions are the same, then you know that you're close to truth. Now, pragmatic theory, William James in the late 1800s talked about the pragmatic theory, and he said that truth is what is most useful to believe. So, the truth, but the thing with the pragmatic theory of truth is that it builds things, because it's about what works. It's what's true is what works for you at the time. So if it's useful for you to believe,
results.
Yes.
Results focus.
Yes, it's results.
Don't you be running? I think because of everything we grew up with the Mormon church is why, like, when it comes to the love language things, like, zero words mean zero to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero.
Yeah, and so, like,
lots of people make up stories.
They do, and that's why you have to have these different epistemologies, because you have to look at things. You have to look at things from a fresh perspective sometimes, because we do kind of fall for the coherence model in every situation. A lot of people do, but that's where you get into the humanities, where they're coming up with there are competing theories in academics right now, where their model, like, they look at MLA as like the ultimate, because they corroborate with other scholars. And so you get into the humanities, and that's where you get into like the social sciences and things. But if you're talking about like hardcore science, like physics and engineering and things, that's where you get into the correspondential theory, because they derive truth with how the world works. And so these are two competing modes of thought in our society as well. And so you have people that say that, there's only objective reality, which is the correspondential theory people, and then you have the coherence model, which they're saying that truth is relative. You can't know truth. That, like, for example, you can't I can't physically touch this phone because the atoms of the phone and the atoms of my hand are repelling each other, and the only sensory input that we have are from these sensory organs. And so that's not. I don't really want to comment on that, but
What?
I'll talk
Let me
to you. I got your question.
Let me see.
So
This is it.
So what I was talking about was epistemology. I was talking about how you discover truth, and this was something that I discovered, especially in tandem with theology and philosophy, on how to really understand what is true and what is going to be useful for you to your life. Because I think that there is an objective good way of living. And so that does correspond with a Christian worldview. Now, that raises the question, do I believe Jesus Christ was God incarnate? That's where I say that's where the leap of faith is. Yeah. And that's where I can't say.
I don't vibe with that.
Yeah. And so
Jesus was my homeboy.
So Yeshua, you're right.
We're both life cycle 33s.
So yeah, and so here's the other thing
is. Cycle is, you should look it up.
Yeah.
You got to add up the dates in your birthday. So mine is March 23rd, 1987. So I do 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 is 33, which equals 6. So there's life paths 1 through 9. And then there's master numbers 11, 22, and 33. So like Jesus, Buddha, me, we're all 33s. We come back to Earth to help the humans and stuff. It's been great. So go check out what your number is. Leave it in the comments. I want to know. I know a ton of 11s and 33s. What are you? You're 11, right? We just did your numbers.
Yeah.
11.
So what you just explained is a coherence model of truth. Okay. So not that either of these are wrong. It's just how you discover truth and how you can look at things from multiple perspectives.
I'm just like results.
So that's useful to know. Yeah.
What are the
well,
results?
That's also pragmatic.
If I see the results, then I believe in it.
Yeah. I think by nature you're pragmatic, which I think is a good way of being, because that kind of like
make it make sense.
Yeah, when you don't know, when you're looking at both a coherence and a cohesive model, sometimes you can kind of get in conflict and not really understand. Pragmatic theories can really answer a lot of those questions. So, well, I mean, okay.
We're doing flux red body sculpting. A lot of this
we don't know. So I also want to say what Ella's talking about was really expanded in a book called
Getting Snatched is what we're doing.
The Perennial Philosophy. So the Perennial Philosophy is a
I'm an Aries baby.
That I think that you should read, because it is one of the clearest.
We're doing flux red body sculpting. They're both science, baby. They're both science. So I'm getting snatched.
So understand also that science is an epistemology unto itself. And so if you're talking about like Plato and the transcendentals, the good, the true, and the beautiful is art, right? That's like how to lift spirits of the people. The good is usually by religion, and they ask what is good, what is moral. And then what is true is science, and that's our epistemology for truth in that regard. So these are 3 ways that you can transcend society through the good, the true, and the beautiful. That was Plato, by the way. Not that I agree with everything that Plato says, but it was an interesting idea to help you organize thoughts. I look like I'm having an organism.
What's in that? What's an organism?
An orgasm.
He's having a baby.
Yeah.
He identifies as a mother.
Okay. I'm
Let's
an
see.
Aries, but Zodiac is a sin, so.
Who says Zodiac is a sin?
Well, let me explain what
I don't believe that.
let me explain
I
something.
don't care.
This is important. This is important.
There's all kind. Listen, what's it called? The James King, the John Smith Bible. What's the main Bible that everybody uses? That's written.
James.
King James was actually gay, and he wrote a book on demonology, and that's what a lot of Christians worship right now. So if you really want to get the truth, then you'll go get the Ethiopian Bible, the one who's not been written by someone who also worshiped demons and was secretly gay.
Let me be clear about that too, also, because
I'm getting fluxed.
Let me be clear about that too. The demonology and Satanism is actually a remnant of the Western traditional
King James Bible. I just love Jesus.
That's
I got the shirt. I got the T-shirt. It says
that's
Jesus
a
loves
Roman
me.
Catholic thing, actually.
Yeah. No, actually, it's King James was the Church of England.
I know, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the Western tradition. You also
Melissa wants to know what your baby's name is.
She don't care.
Yes, she does. Melissa Johnson wants to know what's your baby's name.
My baby's name?
He hasn't named it yet. He's about to give birth. This is a birth. Yeah. This is a birth simulator. So that's what he's doing right now. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Man,
yeah. Exactly. Yes, King James was gay. And girl, you can leave if you don't want to talk about Zodiac. This is my channel. I'll talk about Zodiac all I want.
Well, let me
and the Zodiac and life path. Don't interrupt me. It's my channel. Zodiac and life paths are two totally different things. So where are you even getting that?
I'm saying that you're not wrong, but I'm going to explain to her because this is Socratic reasoning. We need Socratic reasoning.
Well, then, so why does that mean that this person and you are the only people talking?
Huh?
I don't get to talk on my own live stream? My thoughts don't matter?
No, of course they do.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I'm bringing new information into because she said it's a sin, right? And so
okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
And so I don't think that it's a sin.
See, I can't see it because you're hogging the thing, so I can't even see what people are. I don't know what the conversation's about.
What am I doing? Are you not able to see?
Now I can.
Oh.
But before I couldn't. I was just watching myself in that thing.
Okay. So what I was saying was...
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What?
There's tons. I was just talking about this with a client of mine today who's very Christian but very open to she just wants to know the truth.
Yeah.
And I was showing her different stuff where it talks about Zodiac and stars in the Bible. Like literally the 3 wise men followed the North Star. Yeah. There's so much Zodiac.
There's wisdom. And that's what I was saying. That this person, if they think that it's a sin, you should read.
No, I think she said she was saying that they said it was a sin.
Oh, I got you. My bad. So, okay. Well, first of all, there's some Socratic reasoning here that the word sin, I think, is actually predates Christianity, and it's an archery term that means to miss the mark. And so, the
mark of the beast.
Well, no, if it means to miss the mark, so that if you're setting goals and you're sinning, then you're doing things counter to reaching that goal.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, so sinning is not actually a Christian term, and I wish a lot of Christians would understand the original meaning of that because it's a secular word, and a lot of people, especially Christians, I think, are at fault at this, but, damning people to hell and all this stuff, that... has created that. Yeah.
By their choices. You can live.
Hell is a damnation from moving forward in life.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've made choices that have put me in a hellish experience, and I've made choices that put me in a heavenly experience.
Right, and you can experience that. Yeah.
Now we choose heaven.
So,
whoop whoop.
So. In regards to the Zodiac, there's a lot of deep wisdom in there.
Hi.
Just like any old system of understanding. But if you want to understand that on a really deep level, read the book Perennial Philosophy.
What did I do?
The Perennial Philosophy is a philosophy that has been... the Christians call it...
I know, Mackenzie.
The pagan philosophy, but it's kind of re-emerged no matter how much people have tried to subdue it and say that it's it's incorrect or it's a sin or whatever. But there's a lot of deep wisdom there. And I think that you...
It does not do the same thing, sweetheart. This gets rid of cellulite and it tightens skin. And it also helps to recover after working out. So if you want to learn how it works, you can ask questions. But if you don't know what you're talking about, you just sound silly and uneducated. But that's why you're here. We can educate you. I can tell you what it does. But you are absolutely wrong. It does not do the same thing as exercise. Or exercise does not do the same thing as this. Exercising and dieting will never tighten your skin or get rid of cellulite.
No, Stacey,
And there's no type of exercising that you can do where you're going to lose inches instantly. Sorry. But you can with Flux Red Body Sculpting. The stars influence personality. Absolutely. I started to learn more about this when because I had employees for a long time. I've been retired for 2 years, thank God. And I used to always make them take disc profiling tests and Myers-Briggs tests and all these personality tests just to see how like the team would fit together, because we've always had a small team. And then I just, I'm in the spiritual world, the energy healing world, so I have a lot of clients, student friends that knew a lot about astrology, and I just started learning from them.
This is what I was trying. This is
what I'm
saying. Yes, I have a
then
deep
I was
respect
like,
for you.
what about the other like planets? Because I was like, why is this person in Cancer and this person in Cancer, but y'all are wildly different? And then I started learning more about the planets and the houses and the aspects. And like the last 3 people that I hired, I literally just did it as like an experiment. I'm like, sure, I'll throw like $1,500 a person at this experiment, you know what I mean? And just to see if their personality tests matched up with their zodiac chart. And it absolutely did. I like to use the app Horos, Horos. It gives you a ton of information. I'm still learning cool stuff on that. Any of my students who come and train with me for like, to train their psychic skills, their spiritual skills, energy healing skills, that's like one of the very first things that we do is download the Horus app. And it actually gave me a lot more information than the tests I had people doing for years. Was the Myers-Briggs, the disc profiling test, and the love languages tests. It's better than exercise. No, they actually work best together. So if the best time for lifting, you want to lift right before you come, but cardio you can do before or after. I don't work for free, CW, but you can make an appointment online at bardo.com and then check it out for yourself.
I teach them.
Do I look like I work for free? Absolutely not. Hi, New Jersey City 99. What's up? Welcome to the chat. We're getting fluxed. I'm getting snatched over here.
So, any of you guys that are doubting Ella,
check out his before and after pictures on Instagram. Ella Bardo 1111. I got locked out of the other one.
Well, I just mean like, and this I alluded to this earlier that you're a very pragmatic person, and so like a lot of people that have gone out of the Mormon church, they kind of
feels great.
They kind of like
feels like a massage and an intense workout mixed together. It also feels really good when you look at yourself and your clothes feel better instantly. That's what feels the best. So even for my clients where it's kind of intense the first time, once you see the results, it does get a little bit addicting. So I'm probably going to lose like at least 4 inches from my core today. And then I also have it on the top butt. So that's going to pop up the top butt, build a little bit more muscle. Hello, Cheyenne. I've got a ton. This is actually episode 10 of Flux with Friends. I think episode 8 is out. No, up through episode 7 is out.
I'm working on 9 now. 8
so yeah, you got to definitely go check out. We've got tons of different educational videos on how this works. We've been providing amazing results for over like 12 years now. My name is ellabardo.com. Well, if you are 11, then you are not old enough to do this. Thank you. I did come down from heaven. I broke my wing, so now I have to stay here. I'm just kidding. I voluntarily chose this mission, but unfortunately I cannot go back to heaven until I serve my mission. I tried once. I did a bunch of DMT, and then I got to the other side, and I'm like floating up there, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And you're hearing all these amazing colors. I was with another Reiki master, so we were doing the singing bowls and doing Reiki, and then I'm seeing, and I'm like, this is so nice over here, and it's like infinite bliss you're feeling. And then I was like, why did I go back to Earth? Like, I'm staying here. Oh, thank goodness. I've just done it 2 days in a row, so 30 minutes was enough for me. Sessions are 30 minutes and an hour, but I just did an hour yesterday. It was extra strong today, so 30 minutes is fine. So yeah, then I'm over there, and like God's showing me these things and these little bubbles about like different options for realities, and they're like coming over here. Do you want this one? And I was like, no. Or like, this choice leads to that. And I'm like, okay, well then that's not what I want. That's not the experience I would be wanting, right? But I just wanted to stay over here. I'm like, why do I have to go back to Earth? And then God was like, he put his finger on my forehead and he pushed it down, and he was like, you have to serve your mission. And I'm like literally like typical Aries, like fighting with God. Like, no, I don't want to. I'm staying here. I'm just going to not breathe. And I remember it was so easy to like not breathe. And then all like these, then I'm like getting pushed back down into my body, and I'm like, you know, arguing with God. No, I'm a brat. I'm not going back. And then all these angels like surrounded me, and they were like with their wings kind of like pushing me back into my body, and I was still like trying to like fight it but couldn't fight it. And then they surrounded me and they were like, breathe, 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 breathe. And then I came back into my body, and I jumped up and I was like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And I was the one saying it. But literally the whole trip only took like maybe like 10 minutes, but it felt like a lot longer. Like time doesn't exist in the Bardo. It's just whatever. And I asked her, I asked my friend, the other Reiki master, I was like, oh, do you see those angels? She was like, no, you just popped up singing breathe, breathe, breathe. I was like, did I stop breathing? And she was like, no. I mean, I did want to. It wasn't that I wanted to die. It's just like I wanted to just stay with God because it's so nice over there. And he was literally like, you can't leave until your mission served. So then that kind of made sense to me why, like, you know, I've always been like a daredevil with a lot of different things. And I've, you know, escaped death like more times than I can count, especially in my early 20s before my brain was fully formed. But they say that like the neurodivergent people, our brain isn't fully formed till 35. So like technically my brain's only like 2 years old, fully formed. Almost 3. It'll be 3 in March. So yeah, I think subconsciously my soul just knew, and I always just wanted to go back home, and I already knew like, okay, I can't leave until I serve my mission. What's a Kamehameha? Vanquish your ops. What's
Kamehameha.
What's the astronaut saying?
Kamehameha.
What's the astronaut saying? What do you mean I don't speak that language?
Kamehameha.
What does that mean?
It's the most powerful blast of energy one could ever muster. It's a Dragon Ball Z thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the science that is behind the flux. Then how do I say it? I'm gonna tell people it's Kamehameha from now on.
Kamehameha people.
Don't ask me questions. It's Kamehameha.
Hadouken.
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say earlier, I wasn't trying to like defend the other person. I was actually.
I think she was asking a question. I just didn't know because I wasn't.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to help you, like, because I think that you know, when I first came in here, by nature I'm a very skeptical person, and a lot of people that leave the Mormon Church, though, you would like, for example, Jenny, she's just like, fuck religion, I'm atheist.
Well, she's new.
Like,
yeah, she's new.
She's new, right? But that's a pattern that.
Like I was atheist for a long time.
Yeah, I would say I was agnostic for a long time.
Yeah. But I did shut myself off to God for a long
time. Yeah, I would agree
because
with that.
Had to be like somebody's God, and I was like, well, me and God are chill. Like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So, so what I was saying was that like a lot of people they don't question their beliefs, and I think that Ella has been quite careful at letting in, I think you've been, am I wrong that you've been very careful about letting in things that you believe? So you research them like a ton to
Like
make
a
sure.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like more than a normal person would.
Everything that I
Yeah.
have here, literally everything in my life.
And so, yeah, that's what and that's the thing, like life is complicated, and I think that Ella is the kind of person that if she is wrong on something, she'll research it and then change her. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I love being wrong because it shows like how little it reminds me of how little understanding I have and how much I can learn. So you can only learn in that state of mind. You can't like thinking that you know everything is the opposite of wisdom.
Absolutely. And being humble. So many people get confused with humility being like playing themselves
and that's another tenet with Christianity that I agree with.
But humility is actually means being teachable. It has nothing to do with like
that's exactly what it
hiding
means.
your light.
Right.
And if you know everything, then you can't be teachable. And you're probably gonna die soon. You'll probably get like.
Man, I do look like Bam Margera. I gotta lose this weight fast. I'm not okay with looking like Bam Margera.
So speaking of that, because a lot of people will see me doing the flux on people, and like you're just lazy. You have to work out and exercise. So that's one of the reasons why so many of our clients maintain their weight loss, because you do see the instant results. But then we're always checking in. How's your diet? What have we been eating? Have you been drinking enough water? And it's really easy to like. It's really easy to change those habits a lot faster when you do see quick results. Yeah. Especially if you see quick results and then you go mess it up by eating bad.
Well,
then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do better this time.
Yeah, I mean that also brings up a really important issue with like losing weight because. So Chris, I know that I know nothing. Yeah, I brought up Socratic reasoning earlier. Socratic reasoning is really important because you have to make sure that your definitions are the same before you can have like a worthwhile discussion. So yeah, I'm down with Socrates for sure. All you need is $10 to start your treatment. A bottle of Jack Daniels. Well, the thing that I've found about alcohol and drugs in general is that it slows down your brain, but it also makes reality seem sped up. And so there comes a point where it's like you become too slow to function, and then you're hit with anxiety and all these other things. And that really happens with any addiction because that's how serotonin works. And so there's a book called, there's a couple of them. Charles Duhigg wrote The Power of Habit, which is a really powerful book, but I think even better than that is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, Atomic Habits is what I was saying is why a lot of people fail when they're doing transformations, is because they get excited and they want to like move off the motivation, but motivation just gets you started. And so what you need to do is replace habits. And the way that he no, Bam is not a super athlete. That's funny though. Man, you threw me off. What did you do to Ella? She disappeared. She disappeared. Oh, she's doing behind the scenes things to make sure that this flux goes smoothly.
You gotta like, subscribe, share it with a friend if you want to see the behind the scenes.
Man, what was I talking about earlier? I'm going to kick myself because I'm going to edit this and I'm going to realize I was talking about, man, we talked about a lot, but yeah, I don't remember. Ask me some questions. I really thrive. Like you guys, this is a missed opportunity for you if you're not asking questions about like philosophy. Oh, drugs. You want to talk about drugs? We can talk about drugs.
Drugs was the last fuck with friends.
So, Christian humility. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about like Christianity. The one thing you can't argue about is humility, being teachable and understanding. And so, what I was talking about earlier is what most people think of as Christianity being corrupt and all this. They're really talking about the Western traditions. And so you have this whole other epistemology in the church that focuses on what Christianity actually is. And 5,000 years before Christianity was even a thing, a lot of the ancient Greeks were talking about. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. A lot of the ancient Greeks were talking about the logos and how the logos is the organizing principle of the universe, and everything emanates from the logos. And so you have Robert Lanza, who talks about the biocentric model, biocentrism, and you have Rupert Sheldrake, who talks about the morphogenetic plane. And it's essentially, I left the Mormon church too. It's
Do we have another
it's crazy.
Chat?
Not yet.
Where's my keys?
Are you? Well, it's
Do you know where my keys are?
we've got 12 minutes left. So, they were talking about the logos, the organizing principle, about 500 years before Christianity became a thing. And so that's why they referred, because they were looking for a person that manifested, claiming to be the logos, claiming to be the Son of God. And that's what Yeshua did. And I could kind of see the idea that the logos, this is what Christians believe, that the logos manifested on earth as a man, and his name is Jesus Christ. But first of all, Christ is the anointed. It's a title given by the Roman Catholic Church, which I don't agree with. But the Eastern traditions have done a really good job of, especially the Russian Orthodox, I would say, have the deepest theological roots of any religion I've ever seen.
The Russian one?
Yeah, the Russian Orthodox Church. They keep really deep records.
Buildings.
Yeah, especially and so the Eastern Orthodox do as well. So his real name was Yeshua, and so my contention is that I don't know. I can't take the leap of faith that's to say that Jesus Christ was the Son of God, because I'm looking at Occam's razor. The simplest solution tends to be the right one. Was Yeshua actually like a brother, like somebody that embodied the Logos and was able to show us the way? Because that's what he meant when he said, there is no way to the Father but through me. And what he was saying was that you cannot get to the highest, you cannot get to God's kingdom, which would be whether or not it's before or after death, I don't know. But you can experiencing it during life. You can experience heaven during life by aligning yourself to the Logos. You understand? A Christian would say, follow the way that Jesus laid out. But if you align to the Logos, you're aligning to the universe in the way that it is. It's a correspondential theory of truth. And so that's what Christianity is. It's actually an adherence to what is good and true without a preconceived notion of what that is. And so you kind of have to use a pragmatic theory to kind of see what works in life and what's good for you. And so a lot of the core tenets in the Eastern traditions tend to lay out these patterns really, really well. And so you can improve your life vastly. And I